Disclaimer, is not my story time. My boyfriend and I have been dating for 6 months. We're both pretty young. I'm 19 and he's 22. I could say that he's just young and he doesn't know how to treat a woman yet, but he's pretty immature in everything else. Now you might wonder why I'm with him. It's because I love him. I met him when I was 15 in high school and I've been in love with him ever since. He always used to tell me that I was too young for him, but finally when I turned 18, he started paying attention to me. I begged him to go on a date with me and he finally said yes. At first, everything was so amazing. He was fun, charismatic, and super affectionate. When he finally asked me to be his girlfriend, I was so happy. But then slowly he started criticizing everything I wear. He doesn't like when I wear hoodies or sweaters, leggings or pants, skirts that are too short, skirts that are too loose, or crop tops. First he would politely say things, but now he's just straight up mean about it. He told me when I'm around him I can wear skimpy clothes, but when we go out he wants me to wear stuff that's loose. So I literally changed everything I wore. I dressed only for him and I started hating myself. Part 2 of how my boyfriend criticizes everything I wear. Disclaimer, is not my story time. Send me on Instagram. I completely changed the way I dressed just for him. He would always find something to criticize, even down to the jewelry or hair accessories or makeup that I wore. It got to the point where if I went shopping, I would send him pictures of the stuff that I wanted to buy for him to approve. Even my nails. Anytime I went to the nail salon, I would have to send him pictures of the nail polish or any designs I wanted to do. And don't think that he's paying for stuff. No, he's not. I finally opened up to my mom and told her everything. She told my dad and they both got really upset. My dad even called my boyfriend and told him to come over. My parents told him to stop being so controlling, otherwise the relationship would be over. Of course, my boyfriend pretended to be on his best behavior, apologized and said that he wouldn't do it anymore. But when we left my parents' house, he told me I was a snitch. Then he made me promise to never tell my parents anything about our relationship again. And I know I should just break up with him, but I do love him. I've been in love with him for years, and now that I'm with him, I don't want to lose him. But I know that I've put him up on a pedestal. It's been a few weeks since my parents intervened, but my boyfriend hasn't changed a thing. I decided to buy myself a designer purse that I've been wanting for years. As soon as he saw me with the purse, he said that my privilege was showing, and that I needed to go return it as soon as possible because it was embarrassing. Part 3 is up. Part 3 of how my boyfriend criticizes everything I wear. Disclaimer, this is not my story time. Send me on Instagram. After he told me to return the designer purse, I said no. He then explained to me why I should be embarrassed to wear it. He said people that buy designer stuff are only trying to flaunt their wealth, and that people who do that are just trying to cover up their shortcomings. So basically, I'm trying to hide the fact that I'm not good at other things, or that I don't have good qualities. I couldn't believe what he was saying to me. For the first time ever, I defended myself and I told him he needed to leave me alone. And no, I didn't return the purse, and I'm not trying to flaunt my wealth either. So here's what I did. I started returning all the clothes that I bought just to wear for him and the ones he wants me to wear in front of other people. When he saw me again, he told me that I looked terrible. He said no one would take me seriously in my outfit with my designer purse. So I drove him back to his house because no, he doesn't have a car, and I've been ignoring his calls and messages for 4 days. My plan is to start treating him the way he treated me. I'm going to control and criticize everything he wears and see how he likes it. I think this is going to make things better. I don't want to break up with him because I do love him. What do you guys think?
Am I wrong for shaving my head before my cousin's wedding? My cousin Delaney, 24 female, is getting married soon, and I, 13 female, was asked to be the flower girl in her wedding. Oh, that's a big flower girl. I know I'm a bit old for it. Oh, I'm just sorry. There's no age limit on flower girls. I know I'm a bit old for it, but I'm the youngest girl on that side of the family. Around a month ago, after being asked to be the flower girl, I was diagnosed with anaplastic endomoma, grade 3. I started chemotherapy and my hair started falling out pretty quickly. I called Delaney and asked her what the hell I was supposed to do about my hair, and she told me that it would be fine and to just leave it alone as long as I could. We all knew my hair was probably not going to last till the wedding day, and my brother ordered me a wig online. The wig looked a lot like my actual hair. My hair continued coming out in clumps and was getting extremely tangled and was just really uncomfortable. No one ever told me that losing my hair would be physically painful. Eventually, a couple of days before the bridal shower and rehearsal dinner, they happened to be on the same day, nearly half of my hair had come out, and I was so sick of the hot mess that my hair had become that I just cut off all my hair. The day of the rehearsal dinner, I wore my wig so that Braylon, the family friend that Delaney had asked to be her hairstylist, could figure out how to style it. Delaney walked in as Braylon was showing me how to use wig glue and absolutely lost it. She asked me why I didn't have hair, and I told her I have cancer. I lost my hair. But she kept berating me, and eventually I admitted that I had shaved my head because of how awful my hair looked. She called me a selfish brat and said that I didn't have her permission to do anything drastic with my hair before her wedding.
I was in my car making TikToks a while back, and this guy was watching me from a few cars down. I could feel his eyes on me. He was like gesturing towards me and like trying to get my attention, and I just kept ignoring him because this kind of stuff happens all the time. I get harassed a lot, and I was just tired of it. And so instead of moving my car like I normally do, I didn't move, and he came and knocked on my window, which is also something that happens often. And I was pissed. I was so angry, and so instead of driving away, I rolled down my window, I said, can I help you? And he said, do you have a boyfriend? He like slid the whole upper half. He's halfway in my car. So the half top of his body in my car. He said, you have a boyfriend? And I said, no, but I'm not dating at all right now. And he just smirked and like shoved his phone in my face and said, give me your number. And I said, no. And he said, why not? You just said you don't have a boyfriend. And I said, no, but I just said I'm not dating right now. And he said, I want an amazing partner like you in my life. And I was like, oh, I'm not an amazing partner. I have a long list of ex-lovers. They will tell you I'm insane. And he said, what? And I said, I'm a bad girlfriend and I have references. And he was like, it's just so hard to meet people these days. And I said, then take a class, dude. Meet someone in a class. And he looked really smug and he was like, oh, I've taken all my classes. I am a master's graduate. And I just thought, really, you're smart enough to get a master's degree, but you're stupid enough to approach me in my car like this? And also just like, he's offering me like beer and like begging me to like come back to his hotel room and telling me that, and I'm like, I'm gonna get trafficked for sure. Like, this is what's happening right now. And like my keys and pepper spray were too far away for me to like grab. I saw his eyes look over to my pepper spray at the same time that mine did. Like, he saw me look at my pepper spray. He knew that I was uncomfortable. Thank you. He did not back off. And this kind of thing happens all the time, and it really sucks because I used to feel so safe in my car. You know, I started making these videos in the middle of the pandemic because I was lonely and bored, and it was fun for me, and it's not fun anymore. When I was in college, I took this human ethnography class, right? And my teacher was writing an example of something that we could write in our papers on the board, and she wrote, the home is the most dangerous place for a woman. And everybody laughed except for me and the teacher, and we were like, ooh, interesting that they've lived these lives. That's great that they don't realize that that's a very true thing for a lot of women. And that's what I ended up writing my autoethnographic study on that year, was why I feel safer in a car, or did feel safer in a car than in a home, even than in a house. And I've always felt that way just because of personal experiences, and it just makes me really angry that we can't have anything. Men won't let us. And people comment on my videos and they're like, she seems so angry lately. She seems so aggressive. And it's because I am.
My sister is an Aries and she is the most stuck up person ever. Hear me out. Literally anytime something isn't about her, she makes the entire moment about her. My mom got engaged last year to someone she had been dating for about 6 months. And she used that moment to announce a fake pregnancy. She literally said, wait a minute, guys, I think I'm pregnant. Diverted all of the attention to her, just like she always does. That was my mom's last straw. She told her if she ever did something like that again, she would not be invited to the wedding. God forbid she takes the wedding and makes it about her. So wedding day comes. When I tell you, I'm so afraid that she's going to ruin this. So they get to the part where they're supposed to say, if anyone sees why this couple shouldn't be together, please speak now, forever hold your peace. It was silent for about 3 seconds. And of course, my sister stands up and objects. She stands up and says, they shouldn't be together because he belongs to me. My mom slowly turned her head and mouthed, are you serious right now? And she says, it's true. He's always looking at me. He's always coming in my room late at night. He wants to be with me, and all of you know it. Blah, blah, blah. She starts to go on. My mom rips off her wedding dress, tackles her into the audience.